Oh, alright then. 2026, huh? New freaking models already? It hasn't been 1 year and we're already now getting a new Thomas range. Two new Thomas range. And a heavy redesign again. Oh boy. So we got some leaks of the new 2026 Thomas ranges. Motorized and diecast so far. Lunar Railway's dead in the water. Ain't that lovely? Maybe because they only stock them in toy stores and Barnes and Nobles and online. Maybe that's why. I don't know, but maybe that's the reason why it's dead. It's just I don't know. And yeah, we've got some new motorized. Let's talk with the motorized model first. So with the 2025 motorized line, it was pretty good. The problem is so little characters and the distribution was absolute buns. I still haven't gotten Flying Scotsman or Duck. And Duck, I wanted it, but I never seen it in stock in my area at all, period. And the only way to get him now is by the UK, because they now starting to have him now. And that's about it. I don't know where to get other ways to get Duck, because Walmart no longer stocks the 2-pack since Duck is only a 2-pack, and he's the only character that never got a 3-pack. Thanks, Mattel. I guess. Thank you very much. That's very cool. Very, very cool. And that's the only place where I can get a actually stocks up Thomas and Friends toys. I mean, other place does, but they're mostly the cheaper diecast ranges or the plastic toys. Just Mattel distribution, Thomas and Friends never go together. But the new Thomas motorized line looks interesting. Thomas here looks okay-ish. I mean, that face though, we're gonna have to talk about that later. But the model itself, it looks pretty good. Like, I don't mind it. The thing I don't fuck with is they're now finally changing how the engines couple up. It's the magnets. I don't like that. There's a reason why the hook and loop system work. It's because, well, it just works. It connects way better than magnets. Because magnets tend to sometimes, if it's too much, they just uncouple. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. Why? No idea. I don't understand the magnet system at all. To motorize when we already had a good system for literal decades. But we'll see. We'll see. Now I know the magnets will be compatible with the new diecast range they have. But we'll see about that. We'll see about that. Next, it's James. Ooh. Now I do like that a front bogey wheels in James. He actually has a front bogey wheel. Finally, it's been years, and he finally has it. I don't remember. Yes, the 2025 model did have a bogey wheel, but it was fake and way too off the ground. This time, it seems to be real and actually touching the ground. So that's cool. Problem is, he's way too long. Other than that, the model seems to be okay-ish. Like, it's way too long. But I like what I see. His wheels are actually where the wheel arches are, so that's cool. So, yeah. Next is Percy. I like his face. But, oh my god, this Percy is actually pretty good. And he actually has his water cap. The last model didn't have his water cap. So finally they actually corrected that in this model. And he comes with a mail coach. Very cool. Very nice. I like this model. And it's just as much as detailed as the last model. So that's cool. Next is Nia and Ooh. I could be saying something to this model, but we'll save it to the last part. All I have to say is a third Nia that kind of looks a little more different. The last Nia model was pretty okay, but nothing too different from the original Trackmaster Nia. This Nia looks interesting. It's long, actually has a correct wheel configuration, and she seems to have some like sort of minecart. I don't know. It's weird, but the thing I don't like about this model is just way too under detailed. Her whistle, her lamp, I don't know. It just seems under detailed. But they actually gave her the side rod detail, which the last model didn't even had. So that's cool. So this model's pretty good. I like it. And the last one, Gordon, and just like Nia, pretty good looking ish. Whew. He's missing his it seems like Gordon just is missing his one wheel in the front bogey wheel. One of the he should have two front bogey wheels. But he only has one. That's fine. But I don't know what to say. Like, he looks very similar to the last model, other than some obviously design choices. He's a lot darker. I can tell you that he's a lot darker. His like the side holder, this like arch around his smoke box, is a lot more square-ish. Yeah, it's a weird design choice. But other than that, it's nothing too crazy. He's actually pretty long this time, so that's great. So pretty okay. Maybe if I see it in person and we actually see the final product, maybe it might change on me. Maybe. Now, the next line is the diecast line. Whew. Now, I do have the last diecast engines. I have the pack. I will do a video on it later. It's pretty good, but like, for some reason, they decided to re-release old models of the Trackmaster push along, whatever. Why do we go back and just reproduce the old Trackmaster stuff, push along thing? Why? That I guess, you know, is like filler, but like it's kind of jarring to see like a very nice detailed Henry into a very awfully detailed Edward. It's just weird. But this Henry model looks pretty good. But we went back on the detail. We just got side rods, and now we don't have the side rods anymore. It's weird. It's weird. They updated the line so far, and then they went back in some aspect. Now, yes, this does also have the magnet system. I thought we discussed that the magnet system this magnet system and other ranges suck, especially in Take and Play. It sucked. But hopefully this time they learn and not to put them backwards, because I remember that for some reason they made these magnets backwards, so they weren't compatible with the wooden railway at the time. So it was compatible, but they're in reverse. So when you're trying to connect them, you know, facing the same way, they can't. They can't. And then we connect them. They only connect facing opposites, and yeah, it's just stupid. It's really stupid. How did no one in the boardroom think kids are gonna intertwine with their system, especially when they look very similar, and when it doesn't work similarly, they hate it. And I hope they learn from their mistakes this time. Like, I don't mind the magnet system, but please understand and make it work how it always worked. Next up is Gordon. Again, it's very weird, but he got lamps. Actually, did I even check? Henry does not have lamps, but Gordon does. He has this like express lamps. That's cool. It's very, very cool. It has some nice detailing and stuff. So that's cool. He actually has the right configuration. Just correct configuration. That's cool. So does Henry. Very cool. Next is James. James is kind of weird. He also has his lamp. I don't know why Henry doesn't have his lamp. It's kind of weird. But James does. And it's okay. The thing I don't like is that his wheels are gray instead of black, but maybe that's because if it was black, there will be too much black on this model. So maybe they decided that because, you know, they wanted to have some more variety of colors. So yeah, I don't mind it. Next up is Percy. Now we only had the side view of him. There is no front view, side, whatever. But there is this, and it looks okay. It looks like any other Percy model. It's nothing too special. Nothing too crazy. The last one is a little bit interesting, but I would like to see where they take this. Annie, and unlike the previous incarnation of Annie, they decided to give her a gray face. Now, I know what they're going with here. Everyone does not like this because, well, she always had a molded face onto the coat, her body. But I know what they're doing. They're adding these characters that will look weird. Like, any character molded on face onto their bodies, it's kind of weird when you, like, think about it. You know, why does most of these characters have their face separate from their bodies? While some characters is just kind of molded onto the body, that kind of feels weird and it kind of looks weird, you know? So maybe they're just finally updating the designs to make it more consistent. So yeah, I don't mind it. Guys, remember, this happened during, you know, the Railway series into TV series. Boko got a molded on face, and then he got a white face. Same with Daisy, same with Class 40, and I'm trying to think of other characters, but I'm pretty sure those are it. The only characters. They had molded faces onto their bodies, and then when they moved this, you know, TV series, they decided that it looks weird. Let's change it, and they did, for the better. Now this, of course, is a little bit too late, and we kind of grew on the molded faces onto the bodies. But I don't mind it. I don't mind it. It makes it more consistent, you know? So, yeah. It's a weird design choice, but there's a reason for it. For that consistency in the model. And there's one set reveal with this of a Percy model. And, the track system looks interesting. Looks like a whole unified track system, I hope. And also it seems like that there's an adapter piece to the I guess the Trackmaster system. So yeah, I guess this is a whole new line now. But I don't understand why they needed to change the track system. I thought the track system we already had was already good enough. Like, it survived literally like a whole decade. More than a decade now. So I don't understand why changing the system now. It's just more track, and it doesn't even make sense either, because now that means we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 track systems that are the exact same gauge but different design and connection system. It just, I don't like that. Like, we could have just gone fine with the original, well, not original, it's just Trackmaster Revolution track. But now having another track system that is completely different, but not really different. Why? Mattel, why? It's just so annoying. Alright, now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Or the Gordon in the room, I might say. The Gordon in the room. The faces. Now, a lot of people don't like the faces, but we gotta remember, This will be the merchandise for the new television show. The merchandise we just got is actually just filler, I guess, filler models. Maybe, I don't know. It just seems kind of weird that we had CGI, always just go back to CGI, and then 1 year later into a new series look. I don't know. I don't know why they went back to CGI. I'm glad they did for a little bit. Thomas is looking okay. I seen worse Thomas's faces. What a railway, Tommy. James, on our hand, I don't like that face. That face is little bit creepy. I don't like that. I don't. But again, it's not the worst we've seen. Tell me what way, James. Now Percy, he's a little bit of a smuggish fella. It's weird, but I don't mind it. He has a little attitude, you know. Look at this little smug face. But you know what these faces remind me of? Of that realistic Steve picture. If I remember correctly, that realistic Steve. That's what it reminds me of. The faces. It's that Steve. Minecraft Steve. That realistic, whatever, ugly Steve model. That's what the faces remind me of. And that's not a good thing. Nia, on her hand, looks like a character straight out of JJ the Jet Plane. Like, I'm not a Nia, fan. But they did my girl dirty. They did her dirty. She looks not bad, but just hideous. I don't know why. She just looks bad, in my opinion. Definitely the ugliest. Not model-wise, but her face is definitely the ugliest out of all the Nias. And Gordon. JJ the Jet Plane ass fucking face. Again, like the models are fine. It's a face that's just not great. And of course, it's for this TV series, but like, couldn't we just gotten a better face design other than these early ass looking CGI models of faces? It's maybe I had to see the show. Maybe we're gonna have to see the show, but like, we could have done better. Come on, guys. We could have done better. On the diecast line, Henry looks pretty good. Nothing to complain here. He looks like Henry. Gordon, again, looks like the Minecraft Steve or JJ the Jet Plane. James, again, repeat what I said again. And Percy, well, I'm pretty sure has the same smug face. And Annie is okay for new redesign. It's alright. Now, there is some unreleased characters or unshown characters right now. Emily has not been shown, but she is confirmed. Maybe she is confirmed. We have to yet to see. And for the diecast line, there is a Thomas who's not been shown, and Emily as well. No Nia though. It's kind of weird. And same with Henry with motorized. There's no Henry motorized model, so that's kind of weird. But maybe there will be. Maybe there. And also Clarabelle was what's missing. Clarabelle is missing too. So that's weird. Also, the tender is not detachable. That's so weird. That's weird. I don't mind the tender be not detachable, but it kind of loses the play feature of most these toys. But for me, I don't care if it's detachable or not. But for kids, it's kind of limits them for their playability. Like, you think the company that makes kids toys will know kids a lot more better than me, but nowadays companies are just kind of dumb. Like, common sense isn't running into their brain often nowadays. But again, I had to get one of these models to see if it really does matter. I had to say this again. I wish they would make Edward model. Please, can we get an Edward model for once? Please. Also, last year they made a duck and Flying Scotsman. Maybe they might bring those guys back. I hope, because once again, I never got Duck or Flying Scotsman, and Duck is the one I wanted the most. Completely got shafted. Thanks, Mattel. That's very nice of you. But hopefully, they will release those characters, or maybe they don't. I don't know at this point. It's just so weird. And what happened to that other character that was pushed back in the CGI era? They just completely disappeared. I'm gonna have to make a video on that later because it's kind of weird. But I hope we don't get another redesign show change. I know the reason why, because Orange Just Goes ending because the company that made the animation had to shut down. But like, please, can we just get a year of like actual releases and an actual goal? But hopefully, this will finally be a new step into the right direction and will bring Thomas back into the light. Hopefully, we're gonna have to see the show and these toys and see if we like them. I just hope that Thomas will just finally get on footing into the market again and be the big juggernaut it once was. So yeah, that's my look into the new Thomas ranges, and so far looks promising, but we'll have to see if it makes up the long run. That's it, and that's all.